wrestle this and that. Brother Reed, Brother God, wanna wrestle this and that. Wrestle this and that. We talk about wrestling, it's a fact. Brother Reed, Brother God, wanna wrestle this and that.
We're back with Wrestle This and
That.
I'm your host, Brother Rick, and this is my co-host,
Brother Don Juan.
Brother Don Juan. Today we're getting ready to do the Smackdown recap.
Yep, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We look pretty good.
Yeah, my truck stopped running, man. I mean, the batteries is all bad on it, so now I gotta get me a new battery, and my morning's not starting off good at all. But it is what it is, and we make it what we can make it.
That's what we do. That's what we do. We got paid today.
Oh, yeah, paycheck day. Yeah, no doubt.
Not from YouTube, but from our job.
Yeah, which getting paid from anybody is good. So that doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we had an awesome Smackdown last night.
Smackdown was good.
And we got a WrestleMania match that I think that a lot of people seen coming for quite some time.
Oh, definitely.
But we now have it inked in stone. And
hey.
So here's what we got going. SmackDown starts off. Dean Ambrose. He main evented the Raw.
Yes, he did.
And so,
which was a shocking surprise to me. But
right.
He did it.
Right. I believe you said on the show that you thought that with Roman out, Dean will headline most of them.
Just like my opinion, I think he's overrated. But he is the man right now who's stepping into the spot of Roman Reigns, and hey, I just got to give it to him. He's doing a good job.
So he comes out. He starts talking about his match coming up at Roadblock,
which is a new pay-per-view that's going to be it's a big stepping stone toward WrestleMania.
Yeah, this pay-per-view kind of just came out of nowhere for us.
Yeah.
And boom, and here it is. So
We'll
it's
take it.
in March.
March 12th.
Actually, just next week.
Yeah, March 12th.
Next week. So we'll have our predictions if we get... Right now we know...
Two matches. So far.
So
Brock against Bray.
And Dean versus Triple H.
So that's what we got so far.
We'll see what ends up getting added on to that.
By Monday or end of the week.
So Dean comes out. He talks about how his plan worked. He was able to get a title match out of Triple H.
Yes, he did.
And then he took a beating from him.
He said, I took a beating just to get what he wanted.
And then he got interrupted.
By Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens basically, he said, you out here bragging. I mean, yeah, he said
it's KO Mania.
Yeah, it's KO. And it was a couple of weeks ago until he had a couple of matches with Big Show, but which derailed him a little bit.
Right.
But anyway, like we said, he wound up eventually going to have a match with Dean Ambrose, and which would come out to be the main event.
Yes, absolutely. So
he main events twice.
He main events both shows.
There you go.
We start off with our first match, which was the Usos versus the League of Nations.
Good match, though.
League of Nations was represented by Rusev and Sheamus.
And it was a good match. It really was.
It was a good match.
It really was.
It was a good match.
I thought it would drag a little bit, but it didn't.
Towards the end, the super kick.
Well, like the King said, he said it was a good match. He said, but everyone was kicking everybody lights out.
Yeah.
And that is a true fact.
And the Dudley Boys came out.
And basically did nothing.
Bringing the table,
which they said they wasn't going to use.
Which they said they're not going to use, and all they did was stand up in the ring. They didn't use it. They then told the Usos, remember when we told you it wasn't personal?
It is.
We lied.
They lied, and they said it's basically taking it. Matter of fact, when they came down the aisle, they was giving high five and fist bumps to the League of Nations.
They did.
The League of Nations on a roll.
League of Nations did win again.
And the Usos
another bro kick
again.
Yes.
I mean, a devastating bro kick from Sheamus that just totally took Jimmy's head off.
So, what's this plan with the League of Nations? Not 100% sure, but they are on just a continuous
What I'm
streak.
feeling is I think they're going to get a tag team championship match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because you constantly got the New Day constantly. Man, I saw their video. It's
I posted
hilarious.
it. I posted it up.
Hilarious, man. Now they getting back into the mode that we expect them to be in. I just think they're going toward maybe a match at WrestleMania. Let's hope so. I'd be willing to want to see that.
Yeah, I think that once that feud starts, then New Day is going to take it to another level of popularity and the comical theater, because that thing is hilarious.
Yeah,
and the little skits that they do.
Once you eat your bootios,
yeah,
that just gives you that extra pump. You know what I'm saying?
But,
so what does that say for this Monday?
We'll see.
We'll see. This is the match that I'm assuming that they're going to be heading toward, but as you say, we shall see.
Possible, maybe 3-way for the tag titles too.
Hey, they got to make it big, so
they do.
If they're gonna
they
make
definitely
it big.
do. All right, so we get in our second match. We got Dolph Ziggler in his rematch
against the Miz. Good match, quick match,
very quick match. Miz came out bragging about how he beat Dolph in 65 seconds. That's a minute 5. And you're like,
me.
No, they said a minute 5. Well, that is 65 seconds.
No doubt.
Anyhow,
and Miz commits to beating the living crap out of
Miz comes right out and just starts kicking him in the face 3 times.
Multiple boots
getting pins, 2.5. And then he sees Dolph in the corner. He runs and he jumps, and Dolph catches him and puts him into a
roll up,
a backslide pin, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, gets the 3 count, jumps around the ring, and they said that they thought that he beat him quicker than Miz beat him.
Yeah,
and it was a fast match.
Hey, but what I'm hearing, a couple of weeks ago, I was basically praising the Miz, saying that he's getting back into his zone. Well, from what I'm hearing, it would be another triple threat match at WrestleMania with those two, and Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental belt.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that.
I will too.
If that have any truth in it, I'll definitely take that.
Perhaps almost all the big matches will be 3-ways.
So far.
And I'll take it because
I'm looking at 2.
I mean, they really need to build this up, and you put the right chemistry in the ring, and all of a sudden, you can have a heck of a WrestleMania.
If you really look at it, to me, Dolph Ziggler has chemistry with almost basically everybody he wrestled with, from Kofi Kingston on down.
Right.
And he's a good seller, so put him in the ring with anybody. I'm for sure he can carry the weight.
All right, so then we had a segment, and it was a segment that continues to develop, but this time the rules reversed.
Right.
R-Truth was getting himself some food.
He apologized too, though.
He looked over in the corner.
And who did he see?
And he saw Goldust, and he was sitting alone with his head turned, looking sad.
They call him Sad Dust.
That's
a dusty shame.
Dust of sad.
Dust of sadness.
And he comes over and he apologizes for the things he said. He said, "I bet you said some things that you didn't mean to."
And he said he thought that Goldust had a good vision.
Yeah,
of the golden truth.
He said, I see it.
You see it?
Golden truth.
Yeah.
And Goldust saw that he was mocking him.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm not going to be your play toy. And I'm just going to smash this food on myself."
And he did.
I'm
trying to kill his cold, but yeah, that was funny.
Waste that food.
Goldust is, he's funny.
Yeah.
And this is probably the role for him, and to send him off to Never Never Land after that, because I'm for sure his run is almost up. But a good segment.
It was.
I like the segment.
I'm waiting for them to actually get together. Maybe they can push them both. I mean, heck, if they're pushing social outcasts.
Do you think there's a lot of tag teams out there though now? I mean, this is exactly what WWE wanted. They wanted more to build up a tag team. So hey, it's just like back in the days when Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys and all those guys was at it, and the Hardy Boys and all that. So maybe they can do that.
Then the next match was the match that I was most intrigued to watch. That was the
match again.
The Divas #1 contender match. Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and the girls didn't disappoint in the ring.
Very easy matchup as always, and the girls put on a good, impressive match to me.
Absolutely. And right before they go to the first commercial break, Charlotte's music comes on. She comes out,
looking good.
She makes herself comfortable.
Looking good. Gotta give her credit.
And
But she had the Nature Boy with it too.
she did.
Mr.
The,
Woo
the
himself.
match continues. They start fighting outside the ring. Rick goes crazy.
I love Rick.
He
dude.
starts dancing, pulling his pockets.
He should have his own comedy act.
He was-
Because he was like, woo!
He
woo!
wooed Sasha a couple
Oh
times.
my
Then
God.
he really wooed Becky. Like his woo
He was
for
dancing.
Becky was blowing Becky across the ring, man. I mean, it was
He was
crazy.
about to get his butt kicked too.
And the girls decided they had enough, and they both approached him. And from behind, Charlotte came with a double
Daddy's
elbow,
girl. Daddy's girl.
hit them both at the exact same time, ringing the bell for a double disqualification.
Double disqualification, but she commenced to beating the living crap out of both of them. Threw Becky against the barricade.
Yeah, Becky definitely got the worst beating.
Yes, she did. But the worst slam came is when she superplexed Sasha Banks onto the floor. So that I'm for sure that's about almost even. Steven, both of them gave you some pain.
And
I'm so excited for this match at WrestleMania.
So- oh,
I
me
think
too.
they're gonna steal.
Me too.
If they don't steal the show, they're gonna be right up there. I'm telling you, everybody's anticipating this. Well, now we got it, and let's
then
look
the
forward
match
to
that
it.
he's talking about is the three-way, as it became confirmed, as Charlotte was talking to Renee, and Charlotte said neither of the girls deserves a shot at her title
Neither one.
because Becky's already had her chance,
Twice.
and Sasha's done nothing to deserve it.
Well, she has been looking good, so you have to.
In fact, just give us title shots, and I'm pretty sure soon we'll
She
say
can win every week.
Eva will be in there real soon.
Oh, she's coming.
So,
Even oh Lord, have mercy. She's coming.
they're pulling Emma up. I mean, if we're just going to close. But Renee says, well, your opponent isn't going to be Becky or Sasha.
Or Sasha. It's gonna be.
It's going to be both.
Both.
So there's the three-way that everybody was anticipating.
It's gonna be great.
And it should rip the house down. I'm very excited about that match. So
Very
hurry up and
intense
get here,
match.
WrestleMania. We're less than a month away as of yesterday.
In a month. Fourth match.
Well, we had Kofi Kingston
Taking on.
of the New Day taking on AJ Styles. And the match was very good.
Great match between the two, between AJ. And the only thing I can say, he's continued to look phenomenal. I hope and pray that they don't win Monday because he needs to be pushed as a single, not a tag team. Get rid of, like Stone Cold said, Jericho is past his prime. He didn't mean to insult him. He was just telling it like it is.
You got Xavier Woods outside playing the trombone.
Get his trombone on. You know, what do you normally do? Distraction.
New Day dancing all around. AJ took a nice beating,
Yeah, he's known for that now.
and then he gave it out.
But a good pairing between both of them. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Hopefully puts on good shows also.
Towards the end of the match, New Day gets thrown out.
Yeah, they get thrown out from interfering.
Kofi turns around and looks at him, and when he turns
Yeah,
around,
where you going? Where you going?
he faces the big
Elbow. Flying elbow. Takes him
AJ
out.
covers him and gets the 3 count. So AJ can win with a Styles Clash. He can win with a calf crusher, or he can win with that flying elbow. It's a devastating elbow. There's no doubt about it.
Down the road. I'll tell you about the Star Clash. I have some information news on that. So.
Okay.
So, but definitely a great match between these two. AJ gets to win, and let's just say that it's a possibility interference may happen on Monday night because I don't see him winning the belts. Because then, where would you put the League of Nations? Okay.
Right. Right. And then set up our main event, which, like we talked about earlier, was made at the beginning of the show with Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose. And those guys just don't disappoint when they're in the ring.
No, they don't.
And so you got a phenomenal match.
It was a phenomenal match, and I'm going to continue to say this. A lot of people probably agree with me as of right now because basically I call Ambrose overrated. It's because he continued to steal the spotlight from Roman Reigns. Hey, Roman, you're out. Somebody got to take your spot. Am I correct? So basically he's filling in the space for Roman Reigns, and guess what? The people is eating him up. They're loving him.
Oh, there's no doubt they love him. Ambrose, the only thing I'll say about the match is it wasn't as good as some of their other ones because Ambrose is playing on this injury.
But with that injury, would you agree with me that basically, this is my opinion, I just think he ran through Owens like he was a jobber, man. I kid you not. I mean, he totally owned. Even though he was hurt, he owned that whole match.
No, I wouldn't agree to that at all.
Oh yeah, he owned the whole match.
I felt like Owens pretty much dominated the match.
Being injured with the shoulder and with the ribs. I mean, because what kind of I didn't like about it is that when they got on the top rope and they was fighting each other, and Owen was hitting them in the sore ribs, it's like it didn't even phase them. It's like my ribs can take the pain while I'm punching you in the head, and then eventually I win out. So he didn't sell that at all, if you ask me. But hey,
Guess they call it adrenaline or
Yeah.
a saneness.
yeah, craziness, right? No doubt, definitely.
Back and forth they went, and Owens looked like he was setting up the pop-up power bomb.
Sure was.
And after 2 tries of not getting it, Dean finally sinks to Dirty Deeds,
Oh, sinks it good.
pins Owens, and gets the 3 count, and gets the big win, gets a chance to celebrate in the ring at the end of the night, and he points up to the WrestleMania banner, and he says, it's going to be me.
Next stop, Roadblock.
So that was SmackDown.
What do you rate it, Doug?
I rated it a 9. I thought all the matches were really, really good. We did get a WrestleMania matchup out of it, and the action was great. For 5 matches, the action
I
was
also
great.
rated it a 9. You didn't get any lame matches. You didn't get no Big Show in it, you know what I'm saying?
No social
You didn't get no
outcast.
social outcasts, and when you do that, you have a good show. They put on a great show, and they had some good matches. New matches also. Kofi Kingston, AJ. These new matches, and so, hey, I give it a 9 also, buddy.
5 things that I liked. I liked seeing the rivalry renewed, even if it was just for one night with Kevin Owens
Okay.
and Dean Ambrose. I liked AJ Styles continuing to do his thing, especially in singles. I'm with you
Singles,
too.
yeah.
I'm not like really digging Y2 AJ.
No. Like 2 girls.
You say it's like 2 girls. I just think
AJ Lee coming out,
I
no
think
doubt.
that it also going with what you said kind of takes away from AJ right now, and we don't really want to see him in tag team. We want to see him continue
What
to
he's
do
good
his
at,
thing
being single.
inside. 3 was I don't necessarily know if I like it, but one of the things I took away is they've got something real. They got to have something big planned for the League of Nations.
Of course.
Is it 7 straight matches
7
now?
straight weeks in a row.
So
Demolishing
they're
everybody.
doing the Dudley Boys and the Usos. Looks like maybe building up for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I would say WrestleMania.
And number 5, like I said, and it's in no order, was the Divas match.
Yeah.
Becky and Sasha
Best match
are
of the night.
wonderful performers in the ring. And we know now that we're going to throw Charlotte in the mix. So we're going to get 3 NXT talents.
greats, man.
And
You don't have the old divas in there. You know, you don't have Alicia Fox, and you don't have Natalya in there. All 3 of these ladies came from NXT, and these are the type of matches that NXT puts on their show on the network.
When Stephanie brought those 3 down the aisle, she said, Divas Revolution. Now it's just, it's presiding that the talent that came up is what's ready to take us to the next level, and that's exciting.
And you got more waiting in the wings. Definitely.
So, guys, that concludes our SmackDown review or recap, whatever you want to call it.
Good SmackDown.
And we got, I'm sure, a busy week in rumors. And when we come back, Rico's going to tell you all about them with Rico's Rumor Report.
I'm Brother Rick.
I'm Brother Don Juan.
We're out.
We're out.